afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, May 5th, 2021. Do you think anything happens when you smile? Do you think anything happens to you when you smile? Now, you can fake a smile. I think we've all done that one time, shape, or form or another, just to be polite. But when it comes through the heart-mind, when you smile, the frequency, the energy is high. So it affects you every time you smile. It's not like you have to have, a comedian or anything, but just because you are you. Do you ever do that? Because you're you. Because you're the God within that body. So you smile. And it affects everything. It affects what you're doing in the moment you smile. And it affects others around you when you smile. Have you ever been somewhere and you're just, carrying on about your business, and you look up and someone just smiles? They just smile at you. It's not meant to be, romantic attraction or anything. It's just a smile. And you feel good that they smiled. And sometimes it may be that you're a little tizzied or stressed out or something, and you look up and someone smiles. And it changes, doesn't it? Isn't it amazing? Just that one expression of smiling. And since we're visual creatures, as we we look and we respond to visual stimulation. And smiling is absolutely a phenomenal power, energy that we all have. And when you smile, just because you are, it's absolutely omnipotently powerful. So you might have things, that you specifically gather in your life that you smile. And to get into the habit of smiling, things that, instigate that around you, that you just smile, no matter what. You view and you smile. I know some of that sounds just very, crazy or unusual or strange, like some people would. But remember that smiling is a higher frequency. And you're feeling your heart more when you smile. Or when you hug somebody. And then you notice how it feels to enjoy the experience of simply being alive. Isn't that wild? When we realize that you can smile in that body, and you can feel through your heart, and you have a deep belly laugh, or heartwarming hug, and then you realize how grateful you are to experience being alive. A lot of us don't think about that. It's not something that we think about all the time, but it is. And when you look at a sunset just for a second, you forget your separateness. You are the sunset. That is the moment when you feel the beauty of it. But the moment you say that it is a beautiful sunset, you are no longer feeling it. You have come back to your separate, enclosed entity of the ego. Osho. So when you view something like a sunset, sunrise. You're that which is. You're not separate from it. But we see how we've been trained. We look that way. How do you feel about you? You ever ask yourself that? How do I feel about myself? Now, you got to be careful here because you don't care to have that ego mind slip in there and become a master over you again, where you become judgmental of yourself or rough on yourself, hard on yourself. Practicing being gentle on yourself 24/7 is absolutely paramount. Now, we're the universe is us. Now, many don't see it that way because they're still asleep, but they will eventually. And when you truly embrace the understanding that abundance is the inherent nature of the universe, which is you. You're the universe. Universe is you. So it's the inherent nature of the universe of you. Why is it that so many believe they're lacking, stressing, not enough food, not enough shelter, not enough water? Why is that? In the event that abundance is the inherent nature of the universe, and you're the universe, and we all live in a truly abundant universe, obviously, there is a plethora of things, ideas, love, money, friends, opportunities, all around us 24/7. There never has not been. Now, the trick here is even though you may not feel it all the time, this abundant universe it's like it's there, always available to you right now. And you really don't need to search for abundance outside of yourself. And this civilization has been trained to do that, to seek abundance outside of yourself. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's in the opposite direction. The universe is always sending us loads of good energy, new ideas, and people to help us tap into feeling this natural abundant state. And to experience this abundance, all you choose to do is simply let go of trying to achieve it. Trust it is here now. Trust in the heart mind, in the God that you are. So that you can experience this abundance. You let go of trying to achieve it and trust it is here now and gently practice receiving it. Not hurry, burry, scurry, but just easily. Move easily, slowly with it. And abundance is in waves. As I've said before, the word abundance comes from the Latin root meaning to move in waves, undulate and flow. So, when you decipher this, it means that to tap into abundance is to let yourself move, undulate, and flow with this life. All you do is you become like the natural waves of the ocean, which you're part of too. Surrender to this water-like flow of energy inside of you. Inside. Not outside. And all of us begin to discover that our real lives are like a dancing river of energy that will continue on well after our bodies are no more. And to tap into this phenomenal fluidity inside that we each are, find your breath and align yourself with its movement. Find your breath and align yourself with its movement. That's not tough to do. It will lead you directly into the abundant flow that's here and now. Once you embrace the fluid movement, the waves, the undulating, vibrating, the flow, and you picture your life this way, and that you are the abundance. But what happens to a lot of us is that we block our abundance. We become the ego mind. And we block our abundance, which is what? Fear, anxiety, stress, hurriedness, seeking outside of that which is within. Doesn't make any sense, does it? That's why so many people on this planet are frustrated. All of us, to become a massive channel of abundance, then only pay attention to what you are grateful and thankful for. Only. Some of us, we're grateful for things on occasion, depending on what happens and occurs in our lives. But for no particular reason, to stay in that gratitude 24/7. Remind yourself of it 24/7. This is part of the flow of abundance. Only pay attention to what you are grateful and thankful for. Nothing else. Not the fears, not those little ego things that come in, the doubt, the guilt, the shame, whatever it may be. Because, and this is an absolute fact, 24/7 through eternity. The more gratitude you have, the more abundance you'll attract. Now, you can't fake gratitude. The universe knows this. You try to fake it and you don't feel it, then it's just, you might as well just be blowing against the wind. Now, but see, on this planet, demanding energy only creates more poverty consciousness and lack of things to be grateful for. What is demanding energy? That's when we get demanding and we say, I should have that. Why don't I have that? I've got to have that. I've got to have more money. I've got to have this. This is a demanding energy. It is in a high frequency. And it creates more poverty consciousness and lack of things to be grateful for. Because we're consumed in our demanding energy. We are literally consumed in it. Now, it doesn't mean that we're cognizant of it or that we're conscious of this demanding energy. But none of us are exempt from it. We have this, and I know that you've experienced it more than once. So it is a choice. We know that demanding energy only creates more poverty consciousness and lack of things to be grateful for. Okay? What we believe to be true moves through the lens of our minds as living energy and becomes the reality of our lives. What we believe to be true moves through the lens of our minds as living energy and becomes the reality of our lives. If we believe ourselves to be limited, we get to be right about that. But it is not our ultimate truth. Mary Mann and Morrissey. We all have these shields that we create through the ego mind. The secret to feeling your abundant nature right now is to remove the walls blocking you from it. Remove the walls blocking you from it. And they're shields protecting your heart from getting hurt, conned, deceived, or abandoned again. So remove any shield around your heart. Not easy for some people. And imagine tossing it into a great bonfire. And you let this shield, this prefabricated armor melt away. And if the shielding feels like it is still there or coming back, simply invite the fire inside of you to consume your heart and any walls it has. And then breathe deeply. And physically open your arms wide, inviting this fiery purification to remove all defenses from your life. Now, when you feel that all shields are removed, with several deep breaths, imagine pulling everything in the entire universe into your heart. All creation is pouring into your heart. The stars, the planets, the earth, all beings. Feel how truly abundant life really is. Proclaim to yourself that you are an abundant being. Proclaim it to yourself. One of the best ways to remain in the flow of abundance is to practice knowing that you are an abundant, infinite being that will never cease. And since abundance is a flow of highly charged, positive, infinite energy, the more you open up and feel this energy, share it with others, the more you will naturally feel this abundance inside yourself. In the past, many of us may have partially closed the door to feeling this abundance due to past conditioning or scarcity thinking. And to truly break this old programming, for even 5 minutes a day, imagine opening your attention to all that surrounds you. Imagine tuning into the abundance of things, nature, and people on the planet who are creating everything for you. They are giving you food, water, all the pleasures that come with living in society. And then feel this abundance of support around you in the now, letting it touch your very core. Let in the abundance of joy, pleasure, opportunities, laughter into your heart. You're already deep, eternally loved, and you will always be deeply, eternally loved by the abundance of the universe. Consciously open the door in the now and proclaim the truth to the universe by stating, I am a truly abundant being. If you need to feel like it, shout this message out over and over, internally and externally, until you feel that it has penetrated deeply into your soul. Now, this exercise may sound a little crazy to some people, but I'm sharing with you this kind of practice is meant to open you up to the massive abundance that you are. Does it make any sense that we all carry around a God in these bodies? The God is divine perfection. It does not change. It is the only thing that doesn't. Yet we struggle with external things in our lives when all the externality is absolutely an illusion. And it's like your endless bucket of gold, and abundance means abundance of happiness and joy and wealth and prosperity and many things. But that's what you are. That's what we all are. And you see how we've been trained to just struggle and crawl and climb to the top of the mountain just to have. To have. whether it be accomplishments, whatever it may be, material, anything, adoration, and yet, all along, all of that is within us. And I know it's difficulty sometimes that for people to become a channel of love for others. You can instantly become a channel for the highest vibration in the universe, the highest of the highest highs, love. By gifting your time spontaneously to someone who needs it. You know how separate we believe we are is when we feel uncomfortable to hug another. Isn't that interesting? That's crazy. Give a hug to someone lacking love. Share new inspirational ideas with others. Email someone that's inspiring information. Give presents to people just for fun. Share something beautiful you have created, like music or poetry or a joke, whatever it may be. You'll spontaneously feel better when you reconnect with this joy of giving freely. Just imagine what your world will be and feel like when everybody feels that there is an abundance of love, money, energy, and joy to share freely. Be the first to start the trend. All greed, fear, and lack will be eliminated when we all share freely from this truly abundant state. It will be absolutely impossible to feel poor at the end of the day, having given your love and light away. And I know some of us do this intermittently, okay? Do a random act of kindness every day. You've probably heard that. But do we really do it? And all of us, all of the archangels, all of us invite you to do something sweet, kind, or super nice for someone, anyone, every day of the week. This one thing will instill in you to step into being that bright guiding light of abundance being that you are, all of us are truly. And perhaps it is sending someone a $5 bill, helping an elderly lady cross the street, paying someone else's bill, or toll, or mowing your neighbor's lawn. Now, do we see this? Not a lot. Practice giving something to everyone that you meet. Maybe it's a smile. Maybe a compliment or a flower. If perhaps you feel shy and cannot do it for them, then do it for yourself. This is an actual opportunity to stop playing the small, selfish game and start feeling more loving, abundant, and free. There are endless ways to share this kindness inside you and all of us, and each one will reveal this feeling of abundance inside of us. And you'll soon see how easy it is to become a channel for abundance in your life. A channel of abundance in your life. And this is, I will say this, as long as I'm in this body and beyond, your enlightenment, direction, assignment, gratitude is the golden key to swimming in the grand, abundant river of life. Gratitude. of which we all are, not knowing it, is the golden key to swimming in the grand, abundant river of life. And when you start becoming a gratitudeaholic, you become a channel of abundant flowing feelings for yourself and everyone around you. We get so pulled away. We get so stressed. For what? Externality. Anything that pulls us away from the true gods that we are, what happens to all of us? Suffering, sorrow, anguish, fear. Isn't that crazy? I'm not saying we're crazy. I'm just saying it's just nuts that we do this to ourselves. We all have the natural ability to channel abundance into our lives and into the lives of others. It is part of us. It's part of the God. Always has been, always will be, ever beyond, and forever. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Remember, you are not the body. You are not Bill Smith, whatever your name may be. You are not your character. You are not your personality. You are the God, the soul within that body. So doesn't it make sense that when you view the body, you know how to relax it? The stresses, the tensions, the fears. We're like sponges, these bodies. We absorb everything. A lot of the times we absorb things, we don't even know we're absorbing them. So when our body relaxes, head to toe, inside and out, release all of those stresses, fears, anxieties, worries. Whenever you worry, what happens? It's just not fun, is it? Consumes you, doesn't it? So, does it serve you the greater good? No, it doesn't. So you just dump it off, let it go. Surrender it. Surrender all things. Doesn't mean you're going to walk away and hide in a cave. You're just surrendering them. You're not attached. You're not in expectation because you have the confidence through your heart mind, not the ego mind, but through the heart mind, that it's all yours anyway. It never wasn't. You see how we view things? That's why the body gets so tense and stressed and filled with rot. So let it all go. There's no reason to hang on to anything if it doesn't serve you the greater good. So as the body relaxes, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. Now the ego mind will debate that with you forever, because the ego mind will not allow you as much as it can to stay in the now, be in the now. It wants you in the past or in a future that doesn't exist, because you create your future in the present, in the now. So we move in the now. What does it do? It stills the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind. It stills it, which means we step outside of it. We leave it alone. Imagine that, being able to leave the mind alone. So then we become viewers, watchers of the ego mind, the subconscious mind. How do you master something? By viewing and watching how they operate. You don't participate. You view them and watch them on how they operate. That's how you master the ego mind. And then they become great allies. They're horrible masters, but they're great servants. And eventually, in that context, they will fade. Some of us will, we go into, we reminisce, we have memories. Memories are great. Not all memories are great. That's why we visit the ones that are, oh, that was a wonderful time. It was so great. Remember when this and that. But we don't stay in that energy. See, we don't. But some of us do. And some of us will stay in the past so long. We'll stay in the past so long. And view the past however you choose to. But yeah, I see it as an elephant graveyard. I see it's a bunch of carcasses and it's all dimly lit and it's just kind of, mist and fog and smog and everything. And it's just dead. It isn't alive at all. But we hang on to things from the past because we believe that the present isn't worth being in. So we drag that past into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future out of that past, and we live that past in that future. This is where a lot of people will say, why is it whatever I try to do in this life, there's some reason I seem to end up in the same place? That's someone who fights the current. I say it's a bad thing, but boy, that's not fun at all, is it? Then some of us will go into a future. Now here's the now. Remember, the now is sitting there by itself. We're jumping over it into the past, over it into a future that doesn't exist. So some of us will go into the future. Now, dreaming and wondering is great. Without dreams, how would we have the imagination to dream and then create? But wandering into a future that doesn't exist, and then asking yourself, why don't I have this? When is this going to happen for me? When is this going to come to me? I wonder when all this is going to take place for me. You see what I mean? And all along, the only thing that any of us have is the now. But how do we stay in the now? The space between heartbeats. Our breath. Our divine positive energy. Why is the breath divine and positive? Because it sustains the body that holds the kingdom of God. It holds the soul. It holds the God. And the soul powers the body. So how can the breath not be divine? It is divine. And we all take so much granted of it. We take it for granted. Some of us don't even breathe at times. So when you wander, we all have a tendency to grab onto thoughts that most of them aren't ours. They're the people and the things that influenced us, well, in this body. And these bodies were influenced through this life as the body grew. So all of the thoughts that you think are yours are all of theirs. But we will, none of us, for example, grab onto a thought and we'll float off out of the now. And the ego mind is instrumental in that. So, but when we're consciously aware, we say, okay, fine, I'm here I go, I'm floating off, not a big deal. I'll focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. You'll be in the now 3,000% of the time. Focusing on your breath, your divine positive energy. So, when the body's relaxed and you're in the now, and you're not in the body. Remember, you are not the body. And so then you're looking at the body and you say, well, look at those beautifully bright colored wheels of light going up through the center of this body, of my body. What are those? Those are chakras, energy vortexes. Can I pick one up and pass it around? No, it's etheric, which means it's not in this physical density. It is on the spirit realm, the soul realm. And so our God force, love, light, energy, which is our soul, our God, the pure consciousness, runs through those chakras. And that's why it's connected to all of our organs in the body and all of our emotions. All of those chakras are connected to all of your organs and emotions. They literally identify when something isn't right. Something isn't working right, emotionally or physically, or one or the other or both. So you watch the God force, running through it, and you notice that you learn, about this body, because you start to realize that you see the red wheel of light, the root chakra, which is right at the tip of your tailbone, and it's our survival. The body is survival. And that survival, money, food, is blocked by fear. And then we move to the orange wheel of light. This deals with our pleasure. It's our sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana, our sexuality and our pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's our emotional issues or sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. And our physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And it is blocked by guilt. You ever notice that when you're having fun and wonders, things are just really, good. They're just good. And then this little voice comes in and you start having this guilt feeling. This isn't going to last forever. I might as well enjoy it while I can. It can't last forever. See, that's the ego mind. That's the illusion of guilt. Then we move to the yellow wheel of light. And this is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. This is our personal power. It's our ability to be confident within ourselves in the flow of our lives. And its emotional issues are our self-worth, self-confidence, and self-esteem. And it's connected to our central nervous system, our pancreas, our liver, our digestive tract, our skin. And what blocks it? It's our willpower. Shame blocks it. Another illusion. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. This is our love chakra. This is our heart chakra, the anahata. It is our ability to love. This is the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies. Love, joy, inner peace, physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. What blocks it? What blocks the anahata? Grief. You cannot love when you have grief. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra. This is the Vishuddha. This is our self-expression. This is our ability to communicate. This is our truth. It connects to our thyroid, respiratory system, and teeth and vocal cords. What blocks it? Lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. This is the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Our emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. It's a physical association, pituitary gland, eyes and sinuses. What blocks it? Illusion blocks it. And we move to the crown chakra, cosmic energy, the Sahasrara. This is our direct connection to the divine. The divine, fully connected spiritually to the God within us. And our emotional issues with this are inner and outer beauty, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. How wonderful is that? Physical association, pineal gland, brain, and nervous system. And what blocks it? Ego attachment blocks it. Ego attachment. We are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We move these energies, our divine positive energy, our breath, our God force love light energy through these chakras, these energy vortexes. Our chi, our ki, our God force love light energy, our divine positive energy breath. We hold it at the top of our heads. And we hold it briefly. We are love, we are God, and we are one. And in that brief moment, we compress and condense these energies into pure, omnipotently powerful liquid energy. And then we release it over our pineal glands. So our pineal glands are quite important to us while we're in these bodies. When they're fully functioning, vibrationally healthy, they connect us to all the particles of existence. But we don't have that yet, but we will. And now you can view your pineal gland through your heart-mind motion picture, of which you're the director, producer, the actor, the actress, everything. I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. And when I release this omnipotent, powerful liquid energy over it, it immediately transforms into this massive rose with multicolored petals, sending out wonderful fragrance and massive waves of this energy that penetrates me head to toe. And it is so deep and phenomenal, magna glorious. It is this deep, pure, eternal love. It's deep, eternal gratitude, deep, eternal peace. And it is consistent. It's constant. It's not once, twice, but it flows continuously. And the feeling is like, it is nirvana. It is the highest of the highest high of ease, contentment. And I discover that the rose is me, and I am the rose. The rose is the God within me, and the God within me is the rose. It's phenomenal. You can feel it. I feel it 24/7 through the heart-mind. Now, these bodies we're in, higher self, spirit, soul, ego mind, subconscious mind, heart mind, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. We are heaven on this earth. The soul is the heaven, the body is the earth. Every step we take, we create paradise. We cannot not. And we shine our light that emanates from the gods that we are within these bodies everywhere. Not like a flashlight in one direction beam. 360 degrees. We send it out everywhere. And our light saturates this planet, all of our brothers and sisters, on it, in it, above it, and below it. It expands out into the solar system. then the galaxy, then the universe and beyond. So you look at this planet, it is a God planet paradise that glows with the light of 8 billion gods. View that through your heart-mind motion picture. Feel it through your heart-mind. This planet cannot not be liberated, and it is in full swing of liberation and ascension into the higher frequencies of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace. Now, we're all parts of the one, the collective consciousness, the God. So we're all parts of each other. Doesn't mean that we consciously are aware of this, but we are. So some of us are awake enough to we reach out to those parts of us that are also awake enough. Now, the ones that are asleep, they don't even hear us yet. Those are parts of us that are still asleep. So we have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Abendantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. Now, and both of them are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Archangels are a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. Now, we don't see them like we see each other, but we do meet with them more than once. And it's not like it dawns on us while we're meeting with them, but it does at times come to us afterwards through the God within us. And you say, it had to have been an angel I talked with. Now, they have the same message, but it's delivered in countless ways. Isn't it absolutely phenomenal, fantastic, magna, glorious to be alive in these bodies? To taste, to touch, to feel, to cry, to laugh, to breathe. Because it's God's, guys. When we're out of these bodies, we don't have any of that. It is phenomenal. And then the bliss within us bubbles to the surface. Now, they can house a large number in a small area because of their vibrational frequency. So tens of thousands of them can surround us at any one time. And that is true bliss. Ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical form to master physical form and create our experiences to perfect our creation. And we may just become aware enough that when we decide to leave these bodies, we will have discovered that we are the light. So there's no reason to follow a light since we are the light. Now, we reach out to any of parts of us that are somewhat awake. So all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe without any sacred space to spare. They come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, and all the celestials. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now, we're all familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones we're familiar with are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and on and on and on. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who've ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call out to all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming the circle of light. Complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in the trillions, shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen. As a matter of fact, we only see 1% of what is. Ones we're familiar with, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions in number, they are with us now, consciously. We're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, peace, joy, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God Force Love Light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, are you in this now? This circle of light emanates from the gods within each and every single one of us, the pure consciousness, the soul. And it is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns in this solar system alone to even come close to its radiance. And we are flooding this planet with the love that we are, the essence of the highest high frequencies of pure, deep, eternal love. We are flooding all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest supreme value in the universes, on, in, above, and below this planet, saturating everything, non-stop, eternally, always. Always. You can see the higher frequencies and feel them. We begin to ascend above this planet. As we do, we're met with this massive ocean of glitter. And it's filled with trillions of reflective lights, multicolored, vibrant colors. Nothing on Earth compares to these colors. And they're flashing everywhere, amongst us all gathered in this meditation. Hundreds of millions of us, on and off planet. And we look close at these microscopic reflective pieces, and they're these really finite etched mirrors that you could go into. And we discover that we're all teachers and students with each other, whether consciously or unconsciously. We are always teaching and learning from each other. It's magnificent. Throughout our journey, all together, all as one, learning and teaching one another. We continue to ascend. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column of light that reminds each and every one of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, with this white fire armor emanating from the God, the soul within these bodies. It is impenetrable. It protects 24/7. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies can ever even come near it. No demon attachments, possessions, infiltrations, invasions, walk-ins, nothing can, ever. Yet, only you, only you, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, through hatred, anger, fear, greed, envy, hurry, stress, anxiety, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are vaporized and gone permanently. We are then met with the violet ray. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our highest of highest high vibrational frequency and harmony in pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the rainbows. We are the rain. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the trees, the forest. We are the animals. We are the soils. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time that you see a sunset or a sunrise, anything that is absolutely magnificent, it is you. It always has been, always will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It is you. Period. We continue to ascend above this planet. We immediately, some of us, decide to step outside our physical forms and hover effortlessly above them, if we're carrying physical form. Why? Because we can. We come into full view of this massive crystalline light tower that we have all created. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the tower, in the column, is this massive oblong sphere. The sphere, in the center of it, is a golden white bowl of light. And it is surrounded by numerous rings of light, all multicolored, and they're all sending waves of energy, frequency, saturating us all eternally, head to toe, inside and out. And we realize that the golden bowl of white light is sending out deep, pure, eternal love. And then comes deep, eternal gratitude, deep, eternal peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance, well-being, great wealth. It's endless. And it is all us. Always has been. Now, at the top of this crystal light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, as it's flooding all of us head to toe, inside now, with pure, deep, eternal love. Now, we are all drops of this golden ocean, and we hold the essence of the golden ocean. And the ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean, and the only illusion is separation. We continue to ascend above the planet. As we do, we come into contact with our meditative sphere. It's at center circle. It holds well over 1,300 of our meditations in perpetual motion. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. Hundreds of millions of us, all in the world, every day, with the highest of the highest intent of pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And this is flooding us 24/7. It's unending. It's flooding us to the very core of our being. All of this wonderful intent, all of this omnipotently powerful energy, transforming us, the planet, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, into the highest of the highest high of deep, pure, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. You feel it through the heart-mind, whenever you choose. It doesn't go away. This is why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. You, each and every single one of us, are not the body. We are the God. We are supreme consciousness. We are the soul. And every one of us are omnipotently, powerfully abundant because it is us. It is part of us. That which is within us is all the abundance that the universe can offer to all of us. Unending, always. Be mindful of what you think and understand where it's coming from. Either the ego mind or the heart mind. Practice the heart mind. You'll discover the abundance that you have always been. It has never been outside of you. It never will be. Ever, beyond, and forever. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out.
Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily, slowly. Stillness is the greatest achievement one can have in this life, apogee. We can't say it enough, so we continue to say it. Everything that we've ever desired in anything, all things, is within us. Abundance, wealth, joy, bliss, happiness. It's the God within us. That's why the journey is so imperative. Choose to take the journey. Abundance, wealth, you learn that it all comes from that which is within you, not outside. You see, the difference is that outside, we are fighting upstream. Inside, the flow of the current takes us. This is where our confidence through the heart-mind is. And we go with the flow. The current takes us to wherever it takes us, and the universe is the guide. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here tonight at 9 p.m. for the Time for Change call. Suggest you bring something to write with. And we will return here tomorrow, Thursday, May 6, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.